everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today we are going to be making a beaded ring and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today we are going to be making a beaded ring. You are going to need 10-aught seed beads and you're going to need a bigger bead. You want to know how big this bead is? Let me get out my trusty measuring tape. So this bead is about a 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch bead. I don't know how many millimeters that is. You're going to have to use Google to find out. So you're also going to need a lighter. You're going to need some monofilament. Today I'm using Stren Original 10-pound test, 10-pound weight. Now I have to tell you that the 10-pound is actually a little bit too heavy, but I'm trying to use it up. I highly recommend 8 or even 6-pound because you're going to have to go through the beads multiple times and it just makes it a little bit difficult. Okay, so to get started, oh, and you're also going to need scissors. So to get started, let's grab about 3 feet of this line. Now that is going to be a little bit too much, but not too much. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're going to start by taking our 2 ends together. Okay, we have our 2 ends of our monofilament. We're going to put the big bead on one of the ends and let it fall to the center, okay? There we go. Now we are going to take we're going to take 2 black beads. Actually, 1 black bead, 1 blue bead. And we're going to do clear blue for this. Clear blue. You can use whatever blue you want. And then we're going to do another black. No. Okay, so black bead, clear blue. On the other one, we're going to do black bead. Come on now. I'm working around a camera. Sorry about this. There we go. Black bead, clear blue. There we go. Okay, on both sides. We're going to let those fall to the middle. Then we're going to take 2 black beads. Come on now. 2 black beads. 1 on each side. Come on. 1 on each side. There we go. Let those fall to the center. And now we're going to take 2 clear. Whoops. That's not a clear. And that's not even blue. Sorry, I've dropped my bead box one too many times. If you watch any of my other videos, you will hear this a lot. You're taking 2 blue beads, putting it, whoopsies. Oh, that's green. 2 clear blue beads, putting them on the same side. Oh my goodness, if I could thread it. Okay, so on the same side, we are not letting those fall. We are turning our thread, so our thread is going this way. And with our other thread, we're going back through those 2 beads. Okay, the opposite direction, so we're crossing, right? And then we're going to pull that whole mess down to the center. And this is what we've got, okay? Now we're going to start building the band of our ring, okay? So now we're going to put 2 black beads on each thread, and we're going to cross through 2 blue beads. Okay, so let's get these lined up. It's hard to see them, but I'm getting those lined up. We're putting 2 black on each. One. And this is why I have a face cloth down, so that if I drop beads, they're not rolling everywhere. So 1, 2. Sorry, guys. 1. Come on. 2. Okay. It took me forever, but I got them on. I'm working around a camera. That's my only excuse. So we're going to put clear beads, 2 clear beads on one side, and we're going to cross through them, okay? My other challenge is I got fancy nails because we went away, and they're very long. They are very long. Okay. Let's try that again. That's the wrong. Oh, and that's wrong. Oh, and that's wrong. And that's green. You guys aren't going to watch this video. You're going to already be clicking off. Okay. So 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to have to go through these beads and pick out the ones I want. There we go. Clear blue. Okay, so on the same thread. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to turn the thread so it's going the opposite way, and now we're going to go through in the opposite direction. Did I get through both? I did. Okay. So see, we're crossing out of those 2 beads and we bring them down. And this is the start of our band, okay? So see? So I want you to continue the 2 black on the sides, 2 blue cross through until it fits your finger, okay? And I want you to end off with just the black ones, okay? But it has to fit your finger. Make sure it fits your finger. And then meet me back. Okay, so we're on our last 2 blacks. So we're going to put on some blues. So 2 blues. 1. 2 blues. We're going to turn them, and we're going to cross through those 2 blues. Okay, there we go. So we're pulling our threads opposite directions and bringing that down. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to recreate this side that we did. So we need a black, a blue, and a black on each rope. Okay? Rope, thread, whatever you want to call it. So we are gonna get those things lined up. There we go. So we're gonna do a black, a blue, and a black. Oops. Come on now. Come on. Okay. We're going to do those on both sides. Okay. I'm just holding it in my fingers. So now I'm working on this one. So like I said, a black, a blue. Come on, don't be difficult. Blue and a black. Come on, black. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, black. Okay. Okay, so we've got those. Now we're going to let those fall. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move this up and we're going to crisscross through the big bead. Do not twist your work. Make sure it's okay. So I'm going to do one thread at a time. So this one is going to go through here this way. Okay, there's one. It's tricky because you don't want to lose those beads you just threaded. Now we're going to take this one and we're going to go the opposite direction. Come on, go in there. Okay. Now, if we did this right, oops. Okay, there we go. So we've got a thread coming out of each side. Oh, come on, fingers, work. So now what we have to do is, you see how we have this space? We want to fill it. So with this bead going out this, or this thread going out this way, I'm going to put a blue bead and go down here. And with this one, I'm going to put a blue bead and go down this way. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Okay, we need a blue bead. So just pick a thread, it doesn't matter which one, and get your blue bead on it. Okay, so then that's this one. Okay, I'm working on this one. So now I'm going to go through, oops, sorry, trying to stay in focus. I'm going to go through those two beads. You see where I'm coming out now? Okay, so see what I've done there? Then I'm going to go through this bead and those two blue beads. Okay, so I'm going through this bead, those two blue beads, and I want to come out on the other side of the blue beads. Okay. Oops, and I pulled my thread out. So we're going in the black. Sometimes you have to move your thread out of the way. Okay, so I'm holding it with my other finger so it's out of the way. Then I'm going to go in the black and through the blue. In the black, through the blue. And sometimes you gotta move other beads out of the way. It's all like a dance. And feel free to manipulate your beads, okay? Like, don't be scared. Come on, stay in focus. And if you can only go through one bead at a time, that's fine. I was able to get through all 3 beads. So I'm gonna pull this. Okay, pull it tight. Now I'm gonna forget about that one for a minute because I'm going back to this one. So again, I'm right-handed, so I'm just gonna turn my work. So I've got one thread coming out here, and we're gonna forget about it. Now we're gonna take the other thread. We are gonna pick up a blue bead. Go through your blue bead. Okay. Now, the thread we are working on is coming out here. So we want to go down these 3 beads. Whoops, stay in focus. Go down these 3 beads and across those 2. So we're on the opposite side of this one, okay? So there's a lot of threads going through some of these beads. And I may have to do it off camera, and you don't have to do all the beads at once. Do what you can. So I got 2 that time. Now I'm going to try and go through that black bead and those 2 blue beads and come out there. I'm going to do this off camera because I can't work around the camera to do that. But then I'll meet back. Okay, so I've got it through. They're both coming out the opposite directions, okay? So now what we're going to do is on our band here, we're going to fill in these spaces. Now I'm going to fill them in with black, but you may decide you want to do them with blue. It's up to you. You can do what you want. I'm going to do black. So I just work one thread at a time, and then when it gets, you know, a halfway or whatever, then I switch and work on the other thread. So we put on a black, and then, so we are coming out here. This is the thread I'm working on. So I put on a black. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in focus. And I'm going to go through these 2 blacks on the side here. Oh my goodness. Could I stay in focus? Okay, so these 2 blacks. There we go. Whoops, 1 too many. Just 2. There we go. Okay, so then see my black bead. Oh, good. My black bead is right there. And you got to hold this other thread out of the way. Okay, so, and see, we're making sure that the black bead goes in there. Mine twisted a bit. Now it's good. Okay, so it goes in there, and now we're just going to keep filling the spaces with black beads. So let me do one more to show you. Okay, so you put your black bead on. Okay, and then your working thread is coming out here. So you want to go through these 2 black. Sorry. And manipulate your beads, like move things out of the way. Okay, there we go. So see, I'm going to, oops, I pulled it up. So I'm going to move that thread. I'm going to use my nails to pop those beads out. And then I'm going to go through those 2 beads. Oh my goodness, so much easier to do, not around a camera. Let's try this approach. Go through. Go through those 2 beads. Oh, come on. I went through one, and then I'll get through the other. See how I'm moving it with my nails? Well, I got through one. One is good. Now I'll just get through the other. So do that all along both sides and meet me back. Okay, so you are coming out the two black. So now I want you to put a black bead on, and I want you to go up through the black and blue on the side here, okay? So let's just see if we can do it. So you're going in this black. Oh, come on. And feel free to manipulate your beads. So I'm going in that black and the blue and even the black if I can get through. I think we're tempting fate. Get through what you can get through. There, I got through the black and the blue. And remember, I have a bead on there, right? So there, we're popping that into place. Okay, and now I'm gonna go through the black, the blue, the black, the blue, until I'm coming out this black, okay? This black here. So go through all those, and you have to do the same to the other side. So you're putting on a black, and then you're going through the black, the blue, the black. And what the point of this is your bead that you put here, it may lay a little bit wonky, and this will just get it to line up nicely. So meet me once you get to the other side, okay? Both sides. Okay, so I've got it coming out here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start our knots. So we are gonna work one thread at a time. And we are going to, okay. First, we need to see where our thread is coming out. So our thread is coming out that black bead, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our thread and we're going to make it go into this space, okay, and come out this space. See what I'm doing? And now, sorry, I got a lot of things going on. I've got a loop, okay? So I'm coming out this space up here. See, right here. And I just moved my thread so that the loop, okay, see this loop? We're going to go through the loop once. We're going to go through the loop twice. Sorry, again, like I keep saying, I'm working around a camera. Okay, now, you see how my thread is? I want this knot to end up right between this blue bead and this black bead. So I keep moving the thread so it goes there. And now see, it's in between those two beads. I'm going to pull tight. Okay, that's our first knot. Now we're going to go through these 3 beads and then we're going to do another knot. So as you know, I struggle going through beads on camera. I will give it an attempt, and if I can't, then I will. Oh, if I can't, then I will do it off camera. So my thread is coming out here. I am going through these 3 black beads. Okay. So, and if you can only do one at a time, that's fine. And again, I highly recommend not using the 10-pound test. So I got through one. Okay, so I'm going to just pull that tight. And I'm pulling it tight so that my knot sits and is not quite as visible. Now I'm going through these 2 beads. And I see how I kind of moved them with my nails. Oh my goodness. Okay, so go through. Yeah, I can't do this on camera. I'll come back, Go through all those 3 beads. I've gone through 1, go through 2 more until you're at this next bead. So much faster when I'm off camera. Okay, so we're coming out here, and that's a great place to do another knot. So we're going to feed our thread through this space right here. Come on, there we go. Okay, and we're again going to make our loop. See, we got a loop there. We're going to go through the loop, same direction, twice. So 1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to direct. I want my knot to end up between this black bead and that black bead. So I'm moving my monofilament so it's in between those 2 beads. I'm slowly pulling that knot so it's going directly where I want it. See, it's almost there. Now I'm going to pull tight, and I put my fingers over the beads so I don't distort the beads, okay? Now we're going to go through this bead and those 2 beads, and then you're going to do the exact same thing that we did to the other side, okay? So let me get through those beads and then I'll meet you. Okay, so this one is coming out those beads. Now, one thing you're going to hear, if the more of my videos you watch, is you never cut where you knot. So we are where we need to be, and we've gone through some beads. We're away from our knot. So you know what? I'm going to give this a cut. Okay. And you see I have a little bit of a tail there? That's okay, because I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that after. Okay, so now we've got to do the same thing we did on this side over on this side. So we started, and I'm right-handed, so as you saw, I just turned my work. We started by making a knot, okay? So we're going to go in the space between the big bead, and the little seed beads, okay? Once again, to make our knot, we're going to make a loop, and we're going to go through the loop once. We're going to go through the loop twice. Oops, I missed. Twice. Okay? We are going to guide that because we want our knot to end up right down here, okay? Between this black bead and this blue bead. So you see how I've kind of moved my monofilament there? Okay. Then we're going to slowly guide that knot there. Keep pushing it back there if it decides to jump around. Guide, 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 guide. We're getting close. So I'm going to put my thumb over so I don't distort my beads, and I'm going to pull tight. Now we're going down these 3 beads and we will do another knot. So go down those 3 beads, meet me back. Okay, so we're coming out this bead right here. So now we're going to take and we're going to go into the space right here and make our loop. And I know I'm going this over this over and over, but it's really important. Your knots are really important, okay? So go through the loop twice. So once, twice, okay? Now take that loop and you want it right down here. So I got to move that monofilament down there. Okay, I'm going to kind of hold it there with my nail, and I'm slowly going to guide that knot. Make sure on both sides it's on right there. Okay, now I'm getting close. I'm going to cover the beads and pull tight, tight. Okay, And now I'm going to go down those 3 beads, and then we're going to cut. Meet me back once you've done that. Okay, so I've gone through those 3 beads, and now it's time to cut. Okay. Now, you guys, you need your lighter, and here's why. These are sharp, and you don't want them to hurt yourself or if you're giving this to someone. So all you do is you give them a bit of a melt, and then they become little bobs. For me, this one could be a bit, where to go? See, and then they become almost invisible, so you can't find them. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I just want that one a little shorter. There we go. Okay. And there you go, guys. There is your finished ring. Isn't it adorable? Okay, so if you haven't had a chance, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Also, in the description, you'll find a link to my Etsy store. I have all kinds of jewelry display cards. I am going to be doing a ring display card, but that'll be coming soon. I haven't done it yet. But I've got display cards for earrings and necklaces. The other thing is, in the description, I will put a link to other ring tutorials I've done. I will put a link to other beaded jewelry I have done. I also will put a link to my Facebook crafting groups because I would love to see what you've made. So check the description for all those wonderful things and more, and have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.